It's more than 30 years since Ford launched the first Fiesta Super Mini. This week we've been driving the latest version of the car, which arrives in the UK later this year.
From the original of the 1970s to the new car arriving in the UK this October, the Fiesta's looks have obviously changed quite dramatically. Ford's chief designer Martin Smith will take us through the car a bit later on. But first, we actually need to find out what it's like to drive.
The Fiesta looks very, very good, but that doesn't amount to a hill of beans if it's no good to drive. Thankfully, it's very good to drive.
Electric power steering can often be short on feel, but the Fiesta system is superb, with enough feedback and weight to really encourage you to dig into those corners. Considering the ability of the chassis, that's a very good thing. The Fiesta is great to drive. If you can't have fun in this car, there's something wrong with you. The Fiesta can also act all grown up, however. Although one car we drove produced shrill wind noise at 70 miles an hour, the Fiesta has excellent levels of refinement and composure. In fact, Ford's new baby almost certainly sets new benchmarks in all of these areas, although the final verdict on whether it does will have to wait until we've driven it on UK roads.
So it's very, very good, but I do have a little niggle about the gearbox and wonder whether a sixth gear isn't required. I know an awful lot of people will only use this car in town, and I know that adding an extra cog to the gearbox brings more weight, so you might not get the benefit, but for the times that you do go on a motorway, or if you do a lot of motorway miles, it would be useful.
It's not unusual for a Super Mini to be working at high engine speeds, however, and in combination with the 1.6 litre engines we drove, the smooth gearbox makes the Fiesta nice and responsive. After Martin Smith has told us a bit about the styling of the car, we'll jump into an even sportier Zetec S model.
Okay, so here we have the new Fiesta, looking very, very stunning in this colour we call Squeeze here in the sun in Tuscany. I think the first thing you'll notice about the car is the very sleek and dynamic profile. So you have a very strongly raked back screen, a falling off roof, and a very elegant and well planted vehicle on the road.
To see more of Ford's design boss, see our other video, Mr. Smith's new Fiesta. The standard suspension setup used in the majority of the new Fiesta range is great, but the Zetec S adds an extra dollop of fun without sacrificing comfort and refinement. Like all other three-door models in the range, over-the-shoulder visibility isn't as good, and the rear of the cabin does feel a little bit more cramped. The materials and build quality across the range feel very good, however, while the sharp exterior design is carried through to the inside very well. The mobile phone-inspired control panel on the center console might look a little daunting, but it shouldn't take you too long to get used to it. The boot is a reasonable size, but there's a high lip to lift your loads over, and the seats don't fold as neatly as, for instance, the clever new Honda Jazz. Prices start at £8,695 for a studio car, which doesn't really have much on it. Having said that though, every model in the range gets front, side and knee airbags as standard. The £9,295 style is better, but you have to pay from £10,395 for a Style Plus, which gets air conditioning as standard. Zetec Spec is likely to be the most popular, and with alloy wheels it costs from £10,995. The Fiesta went on a diet through its development, so it's 40 kilos lighter than the outgoing car. Emissions and economy are very competitive as a result, while insurance groups are the same or lower than before. Residual values too should be better than the last model. And all of this is wrapped up in a package that looks the business.
So a lot's changed over 32 years, hasn't it? Some of us have got smarter, sharper, better looking, more athletic, more grown up and easier to live with. And some of us haven't. Thanks a million, Ford Fiesta.